Hello and welcome to the next episode of this multiplayer YouTuber's free-for-all of Dominions 4. It is fun. Okay, so let's have a look through the messages. Vanheim is giving me gold. The reasons being is we are sending you approximately half the income generated from the previously neutral seas. May our people continue to prosper together. And he gave me 8 gold, which is really nice. So I've been in contact with Vanheim a lot. Okay. Let's just start with the big thing that happened. Agatha has claimed Might Marsh here in my cap circle, huge army next to my capital, and what are we going to do about this? So I've been talking to Vanheim. I mean, me and Vanheim already had plans to kill, Agatha, so nothing too disruptive there. I was committed in terms with Man and Shinuyama, to come down here and attack Asphodel, but I knew I wouldn't have time to do it, so I knew I'd have to come back. So it kind of really fits in with that whole plan. Agathar has set himself as an aggressor, even though, I actually have no idea if this was just a I'm claiming a neutral province, or if he is actually intending to aggress towards me. I'm not communicating with Agathar at all, so all my communication from Agathar is coming through second, third parties, typically Vanheim, Man, and Tortuga. And I haven't received any information from them what Agathar actually intends to do. So I basically have to recall my army, which is fine, and then I'm probably going to attack Agathar if Agathar doesn't do anything. I guess I might leave my army here in Ulm for a turn or two, wait for Vanheim to get into position, and then attack Agathar. It really just depends. Them having White Marsh is intolerable. So, and I've got a strong army here. So, let's go through the battles. Okay, so there was a battle in Summerland. Oh, there's a battle in Summerland, a view battle. So I raised a little independent army here to try and to take this province from this little independent mess over here. I've got some archers in the back, which I actually found to be quite disappointing. They really didn't do as much as I hoped. Maybe they are too far back. That's the big problem here. They are too far back in the main force, so they should have been right behind the heavy infantry. That was my bad. But even so, I really expected this to go much better than it did. And it actually looks like I'm going to lose this, which is a shame. The archers aren't awful in hand-to-hand combat actually, but they're routed, so if I go into the view battle statistics, I lost 27, they lost 12, I hurt them. I can easily raise another army to try again, and that's definitely something I'm going to have to do. There was a battle in Fenica. This is my grand army, and I think it's pretty grand if you ask me. But a whole bunch of independent messages here. I've got these Burgermeisters. These are little small dwarf things. They're pretty sweet. Very high defense skill. Not him because he's got all sorts of afflictions. Not you. There we go. Defense skill of 20, so they're really hard to hit. Harpies don't last long here. And you can see here, Astor actually has a fairly strong force here. The downside here is that if Agathar didn't know what army I have now, I'm sure he does, because I think DwarfComic would have told him. But that's okay, the dynamic of my army is going to change quite a lot soon, because I'm going to start incorporating Priestsmiths into it, which is going to make it, I think, a lot stronger, because I have Iron Darts now. And Iron Darts is a sweet, sweet spell, which I think is really going to help me out a lot. With these woodsman short bows, they're actually, they do some work. I've got these guys on guard commander because that's considered the Harpies ganging up on something, and they're not very good troops, so I might use my shaft, just sacrifice them to get rid of them, but they're guarding commanders at the moment, so I kind of feel that's alright. It's quite nice to not fight sacred troops for a while. These guys are taking a while to break. There they go. Okay. So what's the butcher's bill? I lost 2 Pioneers and a Guardian, so really pretty cheap. Got a strong army. I'm pretty happy with what I've got. I can really throw some weight around. I see battle in Feral Woods. This is because I've expanded the province. I guess this is just from an unlucky event, a barbarian uprising. This is a pretty substantial force of barbarians, and they should do maybe win even and do some damage here to these guys. They just wreck face with those hammers. They do so much damage. But they themselves are pretty vulnerable as well. Yeah, unfortunately the morale broke there. If their morale didn't break, they would have easily won, I think. But they damaged Asphodel, so you know, you get what you give. I mean, you get what you get. I mean, you don't get what you give. That's just silly. But they killed some stuff. A lot of that was provincial defense, so Barbarian Lord, Barbarian Chief. Okay. I completed a phase in Conjuration, and next turn I will get Conjuration 3, which means I can get Summon Earth Power, and that just means my Priestsmiths can then cast level 3 spells. They can cast Iron Darts more efficiently. I can cast Legions of Steel, and then Iron Darts, and it's going to be great. So, okay, my Pretender is Sight Searching. I've got Spies Sneaking. Got quite a large army of Spies. I really wonder how many Spies other people have. I've been building them as pretty much as I can. So what I'm doing here is, I think there is a small chance that he might be so bold as to attack my capital. It's possible he doesn't know about my army down here. I think that's unlikely. I think he and DwarfComic are in, I mean, I know they are in communication, so he probably knows about this army. I think it's very unlikely. If he knows about this army, he won't attack here. Maybe he'll attack here. Either which way, I put 3 Priestsmiths onto patrol to join the battle. They're going to take some Pioneers in with them, and they're going to cast some Iron Darts. So if I changed the battle setup a little bit from the previous battle of Finnica. I've moved my troops back a little bit, and I've got some Priestsmiths up here. Earth Might just gives a little bit of strength, because there's some time before the enemies are going to get into range. So cast Earth Might and then just do Iron Darts. And I think I should easily be able to win the battle. The idea about moving it a little bit further back is that the Troglodytes and the Shard Guards will get separated, whereas my army will be stuck together. So that's the plan there. I am very close to being able to afford my Citadel, castle here, but not this turn because I turned off recruitment here. Still want more Priestsmiths, and I'm really considering getting some War Dogs. I feel that they can really, I've got a feeling they could really disrupt the enemy forces a lot. I think I'm actually going to go for a mix. I've been told Arbalists are just not a good unit. Maybe it's time to get some Arbalists. How many can I get? Because I've got a substantial front row, and I'll just give me some. And these guys do hit hard. It's armor piercing. This is a problem. 1 attack every 3 rounds. Like they attack so infrequently that the DPS just isn't. I mean, when they do hit, they hit hard, but they just shoot too infrequently. I think that's the biggest problem with them. So let's get some Pioneers, and let's get a bunch of War Dogs. The idea is that the War Dogs will hopefully disrupt the formation of the enemy, and then the Pioneers and everyone else can just, hopefully they'll be separated and gang up on them. Also, just having a whole bunch of shaft means that every time a unit gets attacked, its defense goes by 1 in that round. So by the time the 10th unit attacks, you're almost certainly going to hit. So let's do that. And I think that's everything that I need to do. Treasury plummets again. That's all these units. They're expensive. But I rather would have a larger army than 2 castles and a smaller army. That's my thinking. Site searching here. In order to take some lands, I'm recruiting units in this province, and I think the easiest thing for me to do is actually to bid for some mercenaries. These guys are 20 units, and I'm bidding 75 gold, so I think I'll probably get them, and they will allow me to get this province. If I wanted to raise an army, I'd have to get another commander. That's 40 gold, and the mercenaries come next turn, so I think this is the right choice. I think this is a pretty good use of mercenaries. I've still got Frodo's mercenaries for 2 turns, and I really want to use them. I don't feel like I have value for them much at all. So it's probably not the best reason. Like, I should go to war because I have mercenaries, but you know. I haven't seen a fortress here before. I only see that here now. So I think this is my turn. I think this is what I'm going to do. Army's going back. Yes, I do want to send one. I want to read you a communication I got from Ulm, and he goes, "Greetings, friend Ulm. We put diplomatic pressure on Agatha to leave you to continue your attack, and we will send our forces across to Shinuyama to box in the Romanian army. Our goals are largely to wait and see what happens now between Agatha and Vanheim. Ultimately, that will be the start of the next great war, and our forces have not yet chosen a side yet. It will be crucially important that Ulm, Shinuyama, and Man continue to work closely when this war starts, otherwise we will be gobbled up. Our assumption is that you will side with Vanheim. We have not decided who we would support at this stage, but rest assured we see that men of Ulm as close friends." That's Avalon. So I know Agatha has already submitted his turn before they would have received any communication from Man. So it'll be a bit of a surprise. I'm really not sure what he's going to do. He might actually just move back. I don't know. But I'm prepared for war, and I intend to war with him soon. Man, yeah, I'm going to send a reply to Man. I haven't done that yet, but I will communicate. You know, we need friendships, and we will continue to work together. The ultimate goal of Agatha and Van is to fight together, fight each other. But in my current situation, I don't trust Agatha at all, and I'm going to look to Vanheim to gang up on him. I feel my alliance with Vanheim is very strong, and I feel my alliance with Man is very strong. So that puts me in a good position. We're going to have to see what happens next turn. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Bye.